I thought. There we go. I'm trying a little bit of a new setup. I usually have a second table next to my desk. Uh, this is Krampus, by the way. I usually have a second table next to my desk where I have the laptop. So I've moved that to like a different part of the desk. I got like a little shelf that lifts things up um, above the desk, so I can put the laptop there. So Krampus is like really weird. I don't really know very much about Krampus except he's mean. And then I thought I would look up some references and it'd be pretty easy to like see what he was about. But hey, what's up, Doug? But a lot of Krampus, like, he's like sort of an animal and sort of like, I didn't look up the lore. I know I've heard some of the lore before, but I was just looking up like reference images. I'm like, I don't know. What a weird little guy. All right, but I was also thinking I could draw like some elves. I really like the idea of like little creatures, like borrowers. I love borrowers. Does everyone know what borrowers are? They're these like, Doug, do you know what borrowers are? They're these little creatures that they're like the size of mice and they like take people's stuff to use for their own because they like things aren't manufactured for them because they're so small. All right, I'm just like giving Krampus some a sack. I don't know, is there like a child in there? Is that how Krampus sack would work? He's turned towards us. I might have made his head huge, but I like doing that sometimes. Krampus. And then, like, I guess a lot of the times he has goat legs. I might give him goat legs. Do goats' knees go the other way? Yeah, I think they do. Because they're standing on their toes. Yeah. There it is. So I always do this thing. Can you guys see? Where I like get confused about how mammals' legs things go. This is a great example. So like this is the hip, and then before it even really leaves the body, then that's the knee. So that's why it bends in the normal way. And then this is the ankle, and then this last little one is like the toe. And that's how a lot of animals work. Hip, knee really up there, like usually hidden in the body, or often hidden in the body. Ankle, and then this is like the whole foot, and they're standing on their toes. It's creepy. Hey, Chubby Bacon. Hey, Waylands. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, so I'm like messing around with a Krampus. Oh, his tail is a cat of nine tails, and he like beats children with it, I guess. Hang on, let's have it go up, and he can hold it in this hand. Is everyone familiar with Krampus, like the anti-Santa from the Alpine region? I just read that on Google. I don't really know. All right. All right, yeah, I think this is coming along. What did I have? Let's get rid of this part of the tail because it'll go behind him instead. Yeah. Or it can go in front of him. Either way, that works too. So it's a cat of nine tails, which is like, I guess they used to beat sailors with it. Like, it's just a lashing whip. It's just to cause punishment. It's kind of gross, actually. All right. Let's get his sack now a little bit. So we can start like honing in. We'll erase some of these guidelines and we will start cleaning this up. This will be front of his body, so we won't see that back hip. Okay, now I'll think of torso. Oh yeah, welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, I love chicken. Chicken is probably my favorite food. If I had to choose one favorite food, it would probably be chicken. Although I like the white meat, like the wings and the breast. I'm not a huge fan of um, like the thighs and the legs. I think there are ways where it could be prepared really well, and I like that. But in general, I'm not a huge fan of the thighs or the legs. But give me some good wings. I like that. Or even better, like white meat tenders. Okay. Ooh, butter chicken is so good. Mm. I haven't had butter chicken in so long. I ordered from an Indian place the other day too, but I already had chicken that was prepared by I have my father-in-law's Indian. That was prepared by my father-in-law. So I was just getting like raita and what's the other one? Just rice and raita. So I could eat my chicken. But yeah, butter chicken, so good. Man, I made this arm so doofy. I think it's fine. Let Krampus's arm be a little doofy. I'm cleaning it up a little. I don't know why I was thinking, you know what it was? I was thinking about chicken. How does the thumb would go up this way? There we go. I have to check every time. Every time I do something with a hand, I'm like, wait, where's the thumb? Okay, belly button. We're getting still. Oh yeah, and then where's this one shoulder? What? What is that? I'm just gonna erase it. Who knows what it is? Just like an accident. Okay, yeah. Then we'll give him a bigger pec, I think, and a bigger shoulder. And then we can make his arms like a little bit more muscly, and that'll like he'll feel even more threatening then because he's Krampus, he's scary and evil. That's where the thumb would be. And then I think we'll have it like come out the top of his fist and then fall over, like cascade over his fist. Hey, Arson Duck, good name. Goku. Okay. There's a story, right? That the fire of London, I think it's the fire of London, or maybe, no, it's the Great Fire of Chicago. There's a story that it was Mrs. Brown's cow that kicked it over. I'm not 100%. This is what I remember from school. But then they don't actually think that's true anymore. And it was like mostly anti-Irish sentiment, which I think is also interesting. Okay, here's the tail. Now we got it coming right up to the fist. We'll have it kind of swing lower. I think that's good. Okay. And we'll give it like a thicker base, and then it'll come together into a finer, like ropey, and we'll just make it all black, I think. Okay, and then it's in his fist, and it comes out the top. And it's a cat of nine tails. Some scary ass mother. Okay, fix this arm that we erased a little bit of. Get his muscles back. Pow, 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 pow. Yeah, it's Krampus. Yeah. I'm trying. I hope it's Krampus. It's like cartoon face Krampus, but then just like weird. Well, you see it. You see what I see. Okay. I think we're gonna make this shoulder a little bit bigger and make the arm. Let's just beef him up here. This arm is so like he only works out his left arm. I don't want that. He's like a wild animal, right? So you kind of want him to be just ripped because that's how animals are. There we go. I think that's much better. Okay. So I did redo the cat. I don't know if you were here for the cat, or if anyone, Doug or anyone else was here for the cat. But I did a Christmas cat the other day, and I'm going to color it. I was going to color it tonight, but I don't have the computer right now. So we'll just do that on another stream where I'll scan it into the computer and we'll give it a cleanup and a color. I think it'll look great. I'm actually really excited for that. It's something that I have to do anyway, so it'll be fun to do it on stream. Okay, let me just erase some of this. Get this cat of nine tails a little cleaned up. I should have erased it before I started drawing the hard ones, but that's okay. They're usually braided up top. Is that 9? 3? Nope, one more. Okay. Cat of nine tails. Okay, you saw the Christmas cat. So I have, here's the old one. Oh my gosh, it's stuck to everything. Okay. Here's the old one. I like it a lot, but there's just something off about it for me. So I wanted to redo one. So I redid it. I find often just drawing a thing again, I like the second one better most of the time. And so I did this one. It's basically the same, just with some reframing. Yeah, I'll scan them both and see what I like. What is it? The Christmas cat. Or something. I don't know what you're saying. The song? I don't recognize the lyrics, but I'm not, I haven't listened to music like regularly in a long time. Okay, I was also thinking like, you know, I have like those elf on the shelves, and they're like, I feel like they're really creepy. I don't know if anyone knows them, but the elf on the shelf, right? They like, it spies on on the kids. Like I didn't know this. I don't have kids, right? So I just learned this recently, a few Christmases ago, because one of my uh, in-laws was explaining like the elf on the no, one of my nieces or nephews, I guess, was explaining what elves on the shelves are. And so I like, they supposedly work for Santa, and they tell Santa if you've been naughty or nice, which like, okay. So like, it's kind of like an Amazon, an Alexa, I mean, except it doesn't tell you anything good. It's just, it's only spying on you. And so then the elf on the shelf, so you like know it's been around. I guess this is like the thing that makes it fun for everybody, and not just like a threat to your children. Like, we won't buy you Christmas presents if you misbehave, but like Santa won't get you presents if you misbehave, which is the same thing. Is you put the elf in like crazy situations, right? So what is the elf? I don't remember what the elf actually looks like, but it's something like, let's see. We'll just draw like the basic elf. Let's get the basic elf out of the way. It probably has like weird ears, like elf ears. Why do elves have pointy ears? Is that like why is that a trope? And is that why Spock has pointy ears? Is he meant to be like an elf? I believe that. Spock seems like the elf type. Okay. And then like crazy long body, right? This is, to me, this is very elfy. And like long arms with a fold. Hey, Ariana and Samantha. I am drawing Elf on the Shelf, but I don't actually know what they look like. So it's my best guess. And then I was thinking I would draw him in strange situations, or maybe just a completely different elf. Like, I don't know, just like a different elf entirely. A made up elf. Unlike Elf on the Shelf, which is consummately real. Hi, I'm Elf. I don't know what he looks like. A little pocket on his overalls. Apron, I mean. That's an apron. And it's like he has like a decorative shirt. It's like red. His pants are green. His boots are red. They have little bells. And he's like, bro, I'm gonna tell Santa on you. All right. Elf on the Shelf creeps me out. That's what I was trying to say. I didn't need to draw him. It's like a strange. I guess like so much of modern Christmas is what is the word? Uh, Transactional. So like I shouldn't really be surprised. And like even just the idea that if you're good, Santa will give you presents, like is a little transactional. And it was meant to be originally like it was like if you were a good person, not like if you were well behaved. It was if you were a good person, Santa would give you presents because that's the what Saint Nick, the original Saint Nicholas. Like he wasn't bothered if you were a well-behaved person. All right. So there's the different kinds of elves, right? We have like little elves who, like the Keebler elves, right? Like they are little elves and they like live in a tree and they build cookies or whatever. And then you have like Orlando Bloom elves, right? Like from not the Wizard of Oz, the other one. Uh, Return of the King, The Hobbit. I cannot think of what the name of that book is called, but you guys know what I mean. And those elves are like big, tall, the size bigger than a man, and they're the ones that like Spock is named after, right? Not named after, like built upon. Uh, and like which one's early? Like which one makes more? I'm just curious. Like they're different creatures, right? They're not. Are they just? Oh, you know what? I think one's like Scandinavian idea of an elf, and one's like a German or Germanic idea of an elf. But I can't. I'm not exactly sure. It's something like that. So I thought we would draw some of those little elves. And one thing I really like about drawing creatures that are tiny compared to humans is giving them like human things to do or to have. So like a classic one that I see a lot and I really love is like a giant button, right? Like his table is a button. This is like when I think of the most common example of like giant thing, it's probably either button or safety pin, but button's pretty good. So like his table is a button. Or like, I don't know, maybe it even has like needles for legs that are coming out of the holes. I did a bad job of this, but I think you guys get the idea. And so it gets hard though, because like, what are you gonna, oh, all right, take care. Hey, good day, Ross. Ross Mobile. Because like, there's only so many, well, you have to like imagine the small things big or, no, the big things, no, the small things big. And then figure out like what a person or an elf would use. Like, I guess elves are still people. What an elf would use it for, right? And what a tiny person would use it for. And I think that, I don't know, I struggle with that sometimes. Okay. So then also you have some stuff that they would be able to just make correctly for their size. A pipe, for example. You just carve a pipe out of a piece of wood. So like, you're going to be able to do that for a small person sized, right? But so you have to think like, is it going to be either something they can't do, like iron or something like that, or maybe it's something that's like just so much more convenient, right? Like if they can use a safety pin for something that like they could build if they wanted to, but like they can just get safety pins. That people lose safety pins all the time, or pins, right? They can get pins. People lose pins all the time. Then they'll probably get those. That makes more sense economically. Not like with money, just to be economical with their time and energy, right? Hmm. So far, it's just the button. I can't think of anything. Uh, Maybe like the top of a safety pin as like a, not a crutch, like a cane. I could see that. Sort of being a part of it. Let's see if we can get the top of a safety pin. I have no idea what it looks like. Well, the thing has to go in. So yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. It's like that, and that's in, and then it's like this, and that's the place it goes. With a little depth there. There we go. Now I have to figure out what her hand would cover up. And would go like fingers over the front like this. Okay. Oh yeah, and then it's like a little too big for her hand. And then that makes sense because it's scavenged. I like that. I like that. Okay, weird little elf person. And a safety pin. I think that looks right. I think that comes across, as I like to say, as what it is. Man, there's a train, and it is just horning and horning. What's that called? Whistling and whistling. And like, it's been nonstop for a while. Every time I think it's gonna get quiet, it like pulls up again. All right, if anyone has suggestions for either what other weird little guy I should draw or something like that, otherwise I will keep going. I will add more to this little universe here. Oh, you know who this looks like? I just realized. Um, the hair, anyway. Is it Freaky Frog Bait? Froggy? I don't know. She's a commentator YouTube. Ooh. Or they. I don't know. Man, I always do this. I like start thinking the eye is in the wrong place. Usually it's not, which is way worse. Okay, just leave it alone. Okay. These are the tiny elves that live in the back of your walls. So if they're like Fae, right? The Fae in Irish, they did a lot of dancing, Irish lore, myth. And like the leprechauns were tradesmen, Fae tradesmen, and they made shoes. That's all I know. I don't know where the gold myth comes from. I'm just doing this button table a little bit more justice. We'll get that. We'll do hole, 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 hole. Is that right? We'll do a little closer. That feels better. And then let's like sketch it out before I like just go whole ham. Okay. I think that's good. And be like the pointy end of the needle out the bottom. Because I think you could have a table where the feet were really pointy. And also they wouldn't be as pointy, right? Because they're small. So the points would be really big to them. So this would be like sewing needles as table legs, but giant sewing needles as table legs. Which actually would be a freaking cool table to build. You'd have to freaking fabricate giant sewing needles though. That's what would make it cool. And also, like the giant button you could build with wood. That wouldn't be too bad. I mean, it's not easy, but it wouldn't be too bad. Or you could even build it with resin. Still, like I said, not easy, but not too bad. But you'd have to get a blacksmith or someone. I don't even know. Like, is there a metal fabricator you'd go to? I mean, you would, right? You'd have to go to a metal fabricator. Like a machine shop. Oh, it's still pretty cool, though. It'd be heavy. Well, you got them hollow. All right. Puffy I don't know, the elf. Okay. Let's draw something else. Let me look up Elf on the Shelf and I'll draw Elf on the Shelf. I think that could be fun. Whoops, I did Krampus on a shelf. Oh, people transform Elf on the Shelf into Krampus on the Shelf. There's one product called Krampus on the Mantle. So, okay, like a Krampus on the Shelf doll. Hang on, let me get more paper. It's sort of interesting. No, actually, you know what I'm going to draw? I've been meaning to do this a while. I'm going to draw turkey dinner. Okay. So yeah, I was thinking we were in the grocery store and we saw one of those like platters that's just like big and white and has like turkey and pumpkins and corn or whatever on the outside, just like embossed on it. And we were talking about like how every grandma or every mom has one of those in their house and just how like interesting that is and if it was time for us to get one. But we're nobody's mom or grandma, so that's I don't think it was time for us. I don't know how the wings go. So I like do a lot of work in my head to figure out which way. Okay, it looks like this is right. It looks like this is right. And then the tips go back to figure out like which way animal legs and stuff go because I have like I say this a lot. I said it just a couple of minutes ago when I was working on Krampus. But like I have to it's kind of like holding up your hand to figure out which way is left and which way is right. I have to do that with mammals' legs and stuff when I'm like, okay, which way do their hips go and which way do their knees go and like all that. Because like sometimes I get confused and I think their hips are knees or their knees are hips. Yes, I thought maybe I was doing the wrong joints because knees and hips being confused doesn't sound reasonable, but no, it is that. It's exactly that I get confused about. Which one is knees and which one's is hips. I drew a political cartoon today. I have not drawn a political cartoon in a long time. I was like getting too, it was too much. It was too much for me. Um, so I just stopped because it was a lot of energy to draw political cartoons on the regular. I wasn't getting paid either. It's not like I was doing it for a job. I was just doing it for my own satisfaction. And for a long time, it was useful and it felt good, and I was getting satisfaction out of it. But then after a while, it just became a hassle, and not even a hassle. It just became like harmful to my mental health because I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this thing, and I think I like have a good idea, and I think like, and I put all this work into it, and it's not. I was gonna say like it's not about not getting like because I was thinking how is it different from this, but it's just because it's political in nature, and like that can cut so deep, and then so sometimes I was like being exposed to like just things that I should have filtered through another like lens or person, or I shouldn't be finding it all out all at once, and I should wait until some things actually happen before I know about them. That's all. I think that's the biggest thing for like paying attention to the news and stuff is if you're paying attention to every second of every day, right? You're going to know about stuff that's not even ever going to happen because the news will be like, oh my God, this might happen. Here's why. Here's the evidence. In fact, we've taken some steps to it right now. And sometimes that's really important to know about because you can start fighting against it, right? But sometimes it's just a thing for you to worry about. And then they're like, oh, it didn't happen. Phew. And that sucks. You don't want to be. Okay, I think that's stuffing. I think that works. We'll throw some carrots down or something. I think that's good. Do people put carrots next to their Thanksgiving turkey? My mom put carrots and celery like in and next to everything, and I hate celery. I didn't know I hated celery. I just thought I didn't like any food because my mom put so much celery and stuff. And I was like, food is bad. I don't like chicken. I don't like so much tuna. I don't like I can't even think. She had like celery powder. She loves celery, I guess. I don't even want to talk about celery. I don't like celery so much. It was probably fun to draw. It was because it has these like leaves, right? Where it's like I think it's three pronged and there's like a bunch of them, kind of like carrots, and then they're on these like long stalks that turn into the celery stalk. celery, there's a rumor that celeries are negative calorie foods, and like in technically they can be, right? Which means like they cost more energy to eat than they give you, than they have in them. But that is only true if you chew it like a million times. Otherwise, celery is not that good. All right, we got this turkey going on. I don't know what's next. I tried to draw some cranberry sauce the other day, and oh, we gotta get the platter. I was talking about the platter earlier. And it was just not coming together, which ironically is how some cranberry sauces end up, like just really liquidy. They don't come together because you should add pectin. You don't always have to, because you can take like the pith of the orange, right, that has a lot of pectin in it, and you can deal with it that way. But just add pectin to those types of recipes, or at least have it on hand. All right, should we add some color? Why not? Probably a little orange. Got orange, brown, and red. We should need yellow, probably. Let's go with yellow to start, actually. And I feel like a cooked turkey is yellow. Yellow first. Yellow, then orange, then brown, probably. I like the way this changes how the regular pencil looks. I guess it just like smudges it a little bit, but like makes it seem deeper. The stuffing's probably pretty yellow too. Okay, not the carrots, they'll be pretty orange. We'll do the carrots. Oop, I missed that wing tip. And we'll do some brown for the potato, just while we're down here. Potato, a little orange there too. Some brown along the ends of these carrots. Okay. Let's get some brown in along this turkey. Let's do some orange. Okay. This may need to go brown. I was thinking this would be more, the lighter colors, but I guess it's not really super easy to mix these evenly and at different like intensities. So it's kind of having to rely on optical mixing. All right, I'll do a request. Hi Hydro, hey PBC. What's the request? Let's hear it. Susie from Deltarune. Oh my God, have you been here? Because I've been drawing Deltarune characters a lot lately. So yeah, I'm down. Susie from Deltarune. I have not drawn her yet. Is it Hydro TCG? Hey, Hydro TCG. Yeah, hang on. I might have them right here. Hang on. Let me see. I just have a big pack of drawings next to pile. Stack? That's why I said pack, because I was going to say style and then I was going to say stack. Here they are. Yeah, this last week I did, this is Chris. This is Deltarune, right? I'm not going crazy. Yeah. This is this one. Oh, cool, cool. I have not played Deltarune. I need to play Deltarune. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. All right. Okay, yeah, I'll have to do it. I don't play a ton of video games. I just don't have a lot of time right now, but I do play video games, so I think it'll be really fun to play a good one. Okay, let's zoom in a little. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So I think I want to do, I guess, is it, I'm not sure, right? So I think it's the earlier version. They're both great. The two versions, the two outfits, the two versions, I'm not sure. But like, I don't know, the first one I really like. Okay. You know what? I think it's the ripped jeans and like the jacket. I think that like that's I would wear both. This is an outfit that I would wear. Susie is like she's got my fashion sense. Overworld. Okay, okay. That makes sense. Okay. So I went a little fast on the detail here, but that's all right. This is the shoulders, her hair covers those. This is her head. Okay, face. I guess we can't really have her looking right at us because then we won't get the full effect. So I'll have her looking kind of to the side like that. Okay. Oh no. Collapsed. Like, was it some sort of pixel art or just collapsed, like came apart? Or were you Legoing? I'm so curious now. Okay. Okay. I'm getting just her basic proportions down. This is the jacket. This is the fists. We got the t-shirt, kind of a head, although I think we're going to move some stuff around up there. Um, yeah, so the start of the jeans. She's a little bit taller than the rest of the ones I've done, but I like this for her. I'm a little off center, so I'm going to try to bring that back. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I've worked in clay. I really like working in clay, but um, you have to put like an armature underneath, right? Especially if you're going to do figures. That's what I've been told. I have not done very many figure. I'm trying to think if I've done any. Most of my stuff has been um, flat, like attached to a table in order to cast, or like tiny, tiny little sculptures. I don't have them right now because I moved, so I don't have my full desk out. Okay, okay. Yeah, foil. I've done foil. Gosh, I'm trying to remember what figures. I must have just been in school. I must have done some sort of sculpting in school because I know the sculpting that I've done has just been like as a step in a process to make other things. I'm trying to, or like I said, really, really small sculpture. Like I do tiny, tiny skulls. and try to get them as tiny as I can possibly do. And I've been using like needles and stuff to sculpt them the last couple. I do have some sculpting tools. No, they're not on my desk. Oh, well, I have this one. But I haven't needed armature, is what I'm saying. Okay. Oh, nice. They have like a fly design, even in the pixel art. Okay. So the hair, the hair, the hair, the hair, the hair, the hair. Kind of, okay. I think the head is just, okay, too close. I don't think I made the hair big enough. Hello, Sakura, Vizzy and Sakura. Man, Sakura. Sakura is that's a cherry blossom, right? So good. I don't like it as a tea, but as an ingredient, I like it a lot. I made a birthday cake that was flavored with Sakura, and then the frosting also had Sakura in it. I made it with a little bit of food dye, and I made it very pink, and it was very good. But I guess not everybody likes like that flowery scent taste, but I liked it a lot. Okay, so we're gonna try to bring this up just a little bit more. And I'll have her looking out from underneath. I'm just trying to get that. Because she has like a very specific look. And I want to make sure I capture that. Like she has, like in her eye, she has a very specific look in her eye. I think that's pretty good. I think I've captured it. Happy Thanksgiving, yeah. It's crazy. I'm traveling for Thanksgiving and picking up my nephew, and that'll be fun. We're traveling Thanksgiving Day, so we've been invited over to a friend's house for dinner. So that's also really nice. Oop, what is her mouth doing? Okay, okay. Does she have a tooth? Or is that, am I making things up? I think I'm making things up. Okay. Okay. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Okay, so there's a TV show, Freaks and Geeks. You might know it. And on Freaks and Geeks, there's an older sister. The older sister, I think it's mostly the main character, but like, it's whatever it is. It's like a sitcom, so they're all the main character. But the older sister is Lindsay Weir, and this this character is giving Lindsay Weir for me. Okay. Man, controlling where like long hair ends up, like in real life, not in a drawing, although in a drawing it's also hard, uh, can be like so annoying. Over the shoulder, behind the ear, what works, what doesn't. I was just thinking about that today. Okay. I think let's clean up some of these lines in the face, the guidelines and stuff. Then we will finish off the body lines. We'll make some choices down there. And then we'll do color. I think we're getting close. All right. Yeah. Let me make sure I'm not making any dumb mistakes. Run a center line. Yeah, looks fine. Okay, so I think her shoulders can both be covered by the hair. I think that's fine. Or good. That's how the sprite is, so that's nice. I'll bring it down. And so there, perfect. That's the suit or the jacket arm. Comes right out of the hair. Same with this one. Okay. Oh, side profile, Susie. I didn't even see I didn't see a photo reference for that. Yeah, there's a I mean I won't probably see it tonight, but there's a Discord in my profile and you can share your art in there. There's a couple of other people who share their art in there. Yeah, side profile is hard. It's not a because well, so then it's easier for Susie, right? Because she has a snout, right? Not to be indelicate about it, but then the snout must be much easier to draw on the side profile, something like that, right? And that's got to be, am I in frame still? Yeah. And that's got to be much easier to draw. I'm holding my breath. Sometimes I hold my breath when I'm like drawing something, and I don't know why. I try not to. Whoa, that's great, Sapley. Congratulations. Welcome, welcome. Man, chemistry is hard. Um, and most of the bad teachers I have known, that's not true, not most of them. I've known some pretty bad chemistry teachers, is really all I was going to say. But that's not fair because I don't know if your chemistry teacher is bad or not. But I do know a lot of people struggle with chemistry. I took I I sat in an AP chemistry course, which is a college level like 101 basically, but I never took the test, so I didn't pass. I didn't need the credit. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. So I don't know if I'm good at chemistry or not. Well, I'm not now because this was years and years ago. But second in math, that's really fun. That's Odd and I. I don't know if I told you this. I don't know if told the stream at all. We met in math class. Like it was a bad math teacher, and she thought I was a bad kid, even though I just wasn't. She like, I don't know, like I guess it's kind of like self-fulfilling, right? She like policed a lot of what I did and like was very um what is it like laser focused on the things I was doing wrong. So then I was doing more stuff wrong in her eyes, but it was just because she was looking. You find the things you're looking for, right? Oh, the side, this one. That's great. That's great, Sapley. Yeah, so, but Oddfud and I were both in advanced math, and we we used to do math just for fun. We haven't done it in a while. Now we do trivia. We watch trivia shows and we go to like trivia contests. We were in the championship of like, I don't know, more than 100 teams this summer, but we couldn't go because we had to work to the championship. So like our other teammates went and tried to like find somebody to sit in for us. And I think they got seventh, which is fine. It's good even. Okay. All right. I just want to get some like a little bit of detail on these holes. I think that'll really go a long way. Yeah, so the teacher sat me next to Oddfud because she thought it would like I don't know, like make me behave. Like I would I would fly right. Like it was sort of a punishment. She was like, go sit with the nerds. And like little did she know, the nerds were my people. And so like that's exactly where I wanted to sit anyway. Drawn Susie today. Lieutenant Mods. But yeah, going up, like getting second in math is great. It's nothing to shake a fist at. Wait, but going up 40 points on your math, that's great. That's amazing to like go from like what just passing to like second. Congratulations. That's some hard work. Okay. Oh no, yeah. Hello from the hospital. I hope everything's okay with you and or your loved ones. I guess there's happy reasons to be at the hospital. Maybe it's one of those. Oh, shoot. That sucks. You, but yeah, better safe than sorry. Good to call the ambulance. Hopefully it's nothing. Man, I was so sick, and had to go to the hospital. And we kept going to the doctor and it was like, oh, it's gonna be fine. They're like, it's nothing big. And like under that understanding, we like didn't go. And then when we finally went, it was terrible. So I'm happy you went basically right away. I hope everything's okay. Are you are they holding you for observation? That would be my guess. Running some tests. I mean, feel free to not tell us. That's also fine. Please don't compromise your privacy if you don't feel comfortable. Yeah. Oh, Airbus 8. Hi. Welcome. You're the first passenger jet we've had in the chat. I'm trying to think like I was going to ask the passenger jet what their pronouns were. And I was trying to think of like airplane pronouns. Just that's where I got to, and then I decided to say about it. Oh, hey Aubrey, welcome. Yeah, that's great. I am drawing Susie from Deltarune. Somebody requested it, and I've been drawing a lot of Deltarune characters. I've still not played the game, but I like the character design, so I keep drawing them. Yeah, yeah. When I was in the hospital, I I watched all of Ted Lasso. The internet was great and free. I was so happy because I definitely have been in like places where like you have to stay and the internet's garbage. So I guess I've been in hospitals where the internet was garbage, but this was years ago. So, hey, kitty cat fam. Oh my gosh, I didn't. So, truly, truly, sometime after you left, I lost the list of things that I was trying to listen to, and I tried so hard to remember uh, what the music was. So I'm going to write this down again. I have a magnet now. I don't think I had the magnet system yet. And so I have a big magnet, and boom, I will give that a listen. Yeah, I think Airbus, like, that's, I was gonna say, like, when I was asking for your pronouns and I was trying to think of airplane pronouns, like, that's not, I shouldn't be trying to think of airplane pronouns. Like, you're gonna tell me your pronouns, right? That's the point of asking. Um, so then I was feeling silly, and that's why I started telling everybody about it. Oh, I was just saying having he, him pronouns, even if you identify it as an airplane, is like probably normal. Seems totally fine. Oh, dang. Is your wife like not? I can't imagine that. Like, oh wow, they have the air alarm sirens going off. Uh, yeah, well, I had my wife brought me to like, okay, so I was very sick, but we had gone to the doctor and the doctor was like, oh, it's just this. And then we were like, I got sicker and we went to the doctor and they're like, oh, it's just this and this now. And so they'd give me medicine and I was to take the medicine and rest and try to get better. And so I was doing that, except I wasn't getting better, I was getting worse. And I was like, oh, I'll be fine. Like, I'll just get better, right? I didn't think like, oh, I'll go to the hospital. It just didn't occur to me. It didn't seem, it just was like, oh, I better go back to the doctor, you know? But then my wife passed out. Like, she fainted. And then I was like, oh, I have to go to the hospital. Oh, cool. Plane edits. That was before I started uploading to the channel though. So, um, when I got out of the hospital, I started uploading to the channel. There's those, there's an account or there's a guy who, okay, I think it's a webcam or some sort of camera onto a runway in England somewhere, the UK, maybe it's Scotland or Wales. Um, and when the winds are really high, there's a guy that does, because it's a crosswind, it's like a common crosswind on the runway, and they just can't fit the runway another way, so they haven't put a new one in. I can't remember exactly why. Um, and so he comments on people landing in the crosswind. I had, oh, that's great. Yeah, I played some Microsoft Flight Sim. Really nice. No, I haven't gotten a chance. I haven't played I've been playing, I've been finishing off XCOM 2, which I started a long time ago, and I play like an hour a night, maybe. I don't play every night, but when I do, I play like an hour or two. Um, I'm about to finish it though, but I'm sure I have something else on my list. And then I play Pac-Man a lot, but not lately. God, I love Pac-Man. I have Pac-Man 256 on the PC, which is like unlimited. You play unlimited. Yeah, I think 2024 was when the Xbox Flight Sim came out. X-Plane looks great. I looked into X-Plane. I really like the Flight Sim, but I like get really into it. I like it's too much. I was playing it on Game Pass. Let's see. So I think her pants are like this color. And let's do them jeans style, which is like to the left, like a diagonal one way and then straight up and down the other. I don't know. That's like how denim is made, right? And that's why it has that like unique pattern. It's actually called duck cloth or duck canvas, duck cotton, but I don't know why we call it denim. Oh, it's maybe it's double thick duck cotton. I can't remember. The history of fabric is really interesting, but it's not easy to remember. I was messing around with the flight sim and I got like two monitors, one on either side, and then one in the middle, so that it was like I had windows, and that helped really sell the illusion. It made it like much more immersive, but it's not something I can do on a regular basis. But man, it was cool to fly around. I understand why people build cockpits because I totally would. If I could build like a Cessna cockpit and fly that around flight sim, that would be so freaking cool, especially to have like a passenger and you'd be like, let's go fly around this mother place. We flew around like our hometown and stuff like that. It was fun. And then I love landing planes in the flight sim or taking off also is great. But so one thing about takeoff, right? Because people say Microsoft Flight Sim is very accurate, and I believe it. Um, is the plane just wants to be in the air. So this is something that I've heard from pilots before and from other people who fly, but oh yeah, a 737 or something like that would be so freaking awesome. Oh yeah. I could see that. Like just even if you could just customize planes, that'd be really cool. Okay. So then I think her skin tone is gonna pretty much be purple, maybe with a little bit of this light blue. But then this jacket is gonna be like this dark blue with a little bit of purple. So I'm gonna throw this dark blue down first, really light. Actually, I'm gonna flatten a piece of this out just off to the side. There we go. Got it nice and flat. And now I can do the jacket. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. Nice and light. No scratchy, scratchy. I think the middle of her shirt is white, so I'm just going to leave that. Oh, take care, Lieutenant Maud. I hope you feel better. Hey, Eclipse Master. Gosh, being in the hospital was rough. Even though like I started being okay pretty soon after I went in. Well, no, that's not true. But it's the best place to be when you're sick, right? But it can still feel so blah. Okay, I think this color is like just right. This feels perfect, I think. Gonna add a little bit more of the blue on top where it got like a little purpley somehow. Yeah, that's fine. So I think maybe this purple is too, yeah, we'll do the purple light and then we'll do the light blue on top of it, I think. I think this purple is just a little too red. We have to cool it off a little. I think about color temperature a lot, and I don't know if it's something other people think about. Because I don't think about it usually from an illustration perspective. I think about it from my time as a graphic designer. Because people would always be like, uh, yeah, man. Okay, so yeah, the taste of blood, that would suck. I'm thinking about all the times I went to the hospital. One time we brought a girl to the hospital and we were her ride back, and she didn't want anyone to go in. So we all just like waited outside for her. And we started playing hacky sack in two parking spots. So then, like, it would be two people in this parking spot and two people in this parking spot. And we basically just played like volleyball. Um, yeah, or like Foursquare. Okay, I think her skin needs more purple. Yeah, it's like a coppery taste. It's not very pleasant. I think I agree with Lieutenant Mods, especially if it's your own and it's an unknown cause, and it keeps reminding you like some people get it from exercise induced something, I can't remember what, but basically if they exercise, they can breathe out blood and then it tastes like blood because like blood gets into their capillaries or something. I was reading about that just recently. All right, now just her shoes. So I just moved into my neighborhood, into the city at all, and I'm trying to learn how to get everywhere. And so, the first couple times you'd look it up, I'd look it up on Google, and then I was like, "Hey Tay, welcome." Yeah, I never thought of that. He's more like Mr. Mod. No, sorry, that is a dumb joke even for me. Because it just didn't make sense. And that's what I thought was funny about it. All right. Yeah, that's what I assumed it was. Like modification, not moderator. Have I done any programming mods? I don't think so. I don't think I've ever modded a game. Oh no. What did I learned layout script for something to mod something. I can't remember. What game would that have even been? All right, let's do. Oh, that's great. I do some soldering and stuff. But I've never modded anything, any system. I've always thought it would be great. I just never, like, I think I would do it. Oh, actually, I have to do it. No, no, that's not really. I just have to take. So in Chromebooks, they lock down the BIOS with a hardware switch. And in the specific one that I have, in order to install Linux, I first have to take out the motherboard and then undo a screw that's basically locking down Linux as a lockdown switch. Locking down BIOS, not locking down Linux. Dang. Hello, Eden. Welcome. Hello, Snake God. Yeah, hang on. Let me look at. I have to click on everybody to see their. My computer screen is so small. I'm on said Chromebook is why. And it's just gotten so small. Oh, can you not? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You can't like click through. They have to like say their channel name in the chat. Bro, there's somebody who came in and asked for mod. Like back when I barely ever had more than two people in the chat, they would come in and be like, "Can I mod?" I'd be like, "No, I don't think I need a mod right now. Thank you." Like, but I guess when that comes up, like I'll keep you in mind. And then the next day they'd come in and ask for mod. And I'd be like, no, still the same. And like, why? What? Like, Oddfud is my wife, and she's in the channel often. And she's a channel manager, right? So she can do stuff for the channel. And I think that makes her automatically able to moderate the chat. And that's all we've needed. And then I'm like, I can stop and mod the chat if something really crazy is happening. And like, will we hopefully need mods? Yeah, sure. But like, come on. And then the thing that got me, the first jet. It's true. It's true. All right, Snake God, I see your chat, your the circle picture. Gosh, my brain is mush sometimes. Your profile picture. This is pretty cool. I would give it a draw. Oh, I'm holding my breath again. I want to make sure I get the eyes right. I think the eyes are important, but I think the most important line on the face is definitely the mouth. That's my number one focus to get like a person's personality and mood across is the mouth. Like eyes, eyebrows. Yeah, dude. The health definitely comes first. Yeah, I'll keep you in mind. Uh, First jet in the channel. It's pretty significant. Oh, holding my breath again. Gee, I wonder why. Like, I guess people hold their breaths right, when they're trying to do something like really particular. Wait, I wonder if I'm holding my breath. So, because when I'm working with the other pen, I think I just figured it out. So when I'm working with the other pen, where is it? It's very, very fine. This is very fine, actually, this one's worn down. It usually is much finer. Not much finer, but still finer than that. And like your pulse or a breath could definitely like shake the line a little bit when you're going. And I wonder if I'm holding my breath because I'm like, don't shake the line. You would never notice it, I think, on something this big, but on that one, I think you would. Yeah, I wonder if I developed a habit of holding my breath without even realizing. Well, thank you, Airbus. Kind. Yeah, thank you. Have fun at the hospital. Well, you know what I mean. Take care. I hope everything's all right. See you next time. All right. Oh, I'll color in her feet. These are not her feet. These are boots or shoes. I think it's pretty good. It came out. Susie. Dang. Yeah. Wait, Susie is one S or two? I don't know how to spell anything. Oh, thank you so much, 22 Ash. Susie. Well, yeah, one. I don't know why I did two S's. That's sussy. It's not a good. All right. We'll give her a nameplate. What? Susie. Yeah, so S is in the middle. And then US. And then IE. Yeah, that's good enough. All right. Somebody Snake had asked for their profile picture, but I think they're gone now. It's surprising how many people will ask for their profile picture. I'll say yes or I'll say no, and then it'll be like I'll do it, and they'll have left, and it's like oh, and then they come back and they're like, "Where's my picture? Where's my picture?" And I'm like, guys, come on. We did Susie from the side view. I think that's good. Let's do I can finish her off actually. Let's do that. Oh, do you think do we think her all of her hair goes all of her hair? Like in front of her shoulder like that, or do you think some of it still goes behind her back? And the hair splits more like that. Let's do this middle one. The hair splits more like that. Whoa. Have I drawn her much bigger? Not really. Okay. Oh, look, the arm starts there. The arm should start up here. That's the problem. Man, so I don't know what. So I don't usually browse on CMonsterYK. Um, it just like it didn't get me. Like, I have a channel that I watch YouTube on, and then I started this channel with my wife, and then I took it over, and we're using her old channel as our shared channel to post videos, which is still mostly her channel. So now I have a channel, she has a channel, and we you know, that's enough. And I was trying to wonder, well, okay. She's gonna be taller from the side for some reason. Oh, her hair. Should go to here. Her arm. That seems right. Jacket. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe not. Hey, Elstefan. Welcome. But after a long time, I finally got some of the recommendations from on CMonsterYK to like make sense. Today we drew Susie, and then we drew a turkey. That's not bad. I complained about celery. See? Disgusting. Ugh. Pretending it's a negative calorie food. God, celery's disgusting. Okay. And that's the big one. I drew a couple of elves. I drew this elf is a very tiny. It's like 4.2 inches. Or like, I don't know. It's pretty close to just this big, right? Where's my calculator? How do I this one to calculate the height? Wait. She's 11.5 centimeters. Actually, you'd probably say she's 115 millimeters. Yeah, I like turkey. I like Thanksgiving. Like I said, oh, and I gave her a button table with needles for legs. I like that. Oh. And then, like, I guess it would be sticking out here. Maybe they like hammer it down or something. Or like it just fits. And they glue it in. I think it would be good. I like this idea. I want to make a giant button and needle feet. I think that would be fun. And then I drew what I think Elf on the Shelf looks like from memory. And I also did Krampus. Krampus. He has a cat of nine tails for his tail. His one tail is a cat of nine tails. This can be a little confusing, but I don't know. I'm not the evolutionary biologist who has to explain how this guy got around, where he came from. He's mythological, so. All right. Yeah, and then we drew Susie, and now I'm drawing Susie from the side, which I don't know really why, but I'm having it. Oh, that's pretty good. You did it. You made it, Susie. Congrats. You're a profile now. Yeah, Krampus is scary. Let me see. What is Tay's? There's been so much conversation about Tay's profile pic. I need to see it. Oh, sneaky. Socks? Question mark? Yeah. I kept changing it because I knew it was wrong. But I wasn't thinking correctly because obviously I could have just drawn her shoulder out and then I would have known where it was. She actually has an alternate form. How do we get Susie's alternate form? Where is it? So I guess in Deltarune, there's an overworld and an underworld, like a nether and an overworld. Well, let me see. Too far back. What is erasers? Oh, I'm not going to do it there. I'm not even on screen now. So then, okay, I'm going to do, her face is the same. Her body pose is kind of the same. So I'm going to do a quick, let me see, a quick trace of her face. And then I traced her face. Ugh, now I'm a believer. Not a trace. A doubt in my mind. I'm in love. Ooh, I'm a believer. Okay, we'll do this real quick just to get the template for the other version. I guess I draw Deltarune characters now. Let's go. Ah. All right, yeah. So we're not going to copy everything. We're just going to get the head, because the head's basically the same in both versions, different coloring. But the hair stays in the same place, the eyes stay in the same place, the mouth stays the same. So let's take advantage of that. No reason to draw two things if we already drew it once. Okay. She has a necklace on. So a lot of that will change. I think the hair changes a little bit. But the arms and the fists, just give those a quick sketch in. And then the feet and the legs. Waist. Okay. Susie reminds me so much of, who was I saying before? Weir, the Weir girl. You know who I mean. I had her full name before, but I cannot think of it right now. Oh, welcome back, PBG. Where did I just put Susie? This is finished Susie. And now I'm doing the other version. Man. Oddfud's instigating. Oh, she has like eyebrows that I couldn't see in the other one. That's all right. That's all right. Okay. So she has like naked arms in this one, but she has these like spiked bracelets. So we'll get those down real quick. Oh, happy birthday. And then this will sort the muscle, it doesn't. Okay. It's okay. The shape of her arms don't make any sense. That's what I kept mumbling about. And like it's fine. People can have nonsensically shaped arms. That's their choice. Or that's their creator's choice. She's wearing like a little vest and like a she feels like an Esmeralda type in this costume. There's like a metal thing there. It's wearing these big puffy pants. What kind of pants are these? Palazzo palazzo pants? Like Aladdin pants? Man, I pewed in a specific rhythm, and it got a song stuck in my head. And it's I think it's Super Mario Brothers 3. Bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum. Ba-dum bim bim ba-dum. That. Hey, the anime dude. Hold up. Burb. Oh, good Russian ICQ. So ICQ uh, was a chat protocol, or yeah, a chat app that actually AOL Instant Messenger was based on. It was the same protocol. And so there was an ICQ. Oh my gosh. Okay, she's wearing like high boots. I totally spaced on that. So when I think of ICQ, that's what I think of. But I'm sure it means something different by now. That was 1,000 years ago. When did AIM shut down? 2008 or something. I'm sorry, Lieutenant Mods. But yeah, at least they're what's it called? Spectman. So she wasn't calling you a kid, right? She was doing the Steve Buscemi meme. She was saying, look, I'm just like you, a normal chatter, even though she's a moderator. That's the joke. All right, I think this is it. Oh, gold. Oh, I think the shoes. Okay, I think I need to redo these boots for a second. But I think this is the costume. These boots, they're made for being scary. And that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots will be scary right all through. Okay. Ow! Down, Nation. Nope. Can't do it. A glaggle? Hmm. Grass pig VR. That sounds like a trap. You could draw a gaggle, which is a bunch of geese on the ground. That's a gaggle of geese. And they're running around. They're trying to eat each other. No, eat food. They're foraging or walking. That's a gaggle of geese. Probably because they go rock, 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 and it sounds like they're like having a gaggle. But if they're in the air, then they're a skein or a wedge. There's other names for them, not gaggle. So I'm drawing a gaggle. Let's, you can add the L yourself. Bum, 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 bum. Man, one time I saw like it must have been 1,000 geese. It was crazy. Yeah, I'll draw your PFP, and then I'll draw a glaggle, if it's nothing crazy. Yeah, sorry, mods. All right, this was the other costume, but I'm not gonna color her now. Check. All right. I have your PFP opened already. Because I was looking at it because there was all that conversation. Let's see. Yeah, it's too much. There we go. Okay. Oh, I was gonna actually draw it outside of the circle. So all right, we'll just go. We'll just do that. We'll just there we go. It's fine. Okay. So we got fat cheeks and little nose. This size head. There's like there's a certain type of face that looks like this, right? And then I can't see, but it looks like got some ears like this. Okay. A little swoop of hair. Always good to have a swoop of hair. I myself have been known to have a swoop or two. Some spikos, some furry spikos. And then we got some spiky cheeks. Like almost like a beardy kind of dealio. And then no, this is like you know how cats and dogs sometimes have a mouth like that? I think that's what's going on here. Okay, so when I was in the hospital uh, last year, I've been out for more than a year, yeah. I couldn't friggin' eat. Like, whatever was wrong with me, I know what was wrong with me, but whatever was wrong with me, like, made everything I smelled or tasted smell like rot. And so I thought the food was really bad. What did I watched some movies? Oh, I watched The Bourne Identity. Well, all those movies while I was in the hospital. That was fun. Okay. This guy looks like maybe ashamed or embarrassed or a little bit of both. I'm gonna change that. Let's have him looking sort of interested, intrigued, and awe. I like that a little bit better for this guy. Like, what's this? It's the internet, buddy. You're on it. Okay, 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 okay. Oh, you got bonked. Okay, okay. Ugh. Ooh, trio collaboration plane edit. Yeah, I'm sorry, Lieutenant Mods. That sucks. I have asthma. Um, so like I'm familiar with the feeling and I sympathize. I empathize and I sympathize. Okay. So he's a little, this is like a little devilly guy. Let's get that swoopy hair in. Let's lock it down. Ye- Hmm. Hang on, I messed it up. Let's get that swoopy hair in and lock it down. I don't know why I said it exactly the same again. Okay. I don't know what ears he has, but I'm gonna do them like this, where like you can see some of this like that. That's how mammals have ears, more or less. And these are a little bit pointier than most mammals' ears, but maybe they're clipped. That'd be terrible. Don't clip your animal's ears. I disagree with that. Oh, I see the bonk. Yeah, yeah. Hi, Carly. Welcome. I'm drawing Tay. This is Tay, I think. Is it one exclamation point or two? I'm drawing their profile picture. But here, I'll show you some of the other stuff we drew today. We drew Susie in black and white in the underworld outfit, Susie in color in the overworld outfit, a turkey, some celery. I really hate celery. Krampus, a little creepy, and a little borrower, a little borrower elf. Thank you, Tay. All right, we're going back. All right, we're going to erase some of the guidelines and figure out a little bit of this There's like some parts that aren't quite connected yet that I'm just connecting with Scribble, which is fine. I like connecting things with Scribble, but we'll have to make some choices if we want it to look finished. All right, we'll get there's lines here. We can, let's see, we do that. Okay, I think that's right. Just like a couple. There we go. Just right as at. I wonder if I can just link to it. All right, this was fun. I like drawing this guy. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that. Okay, that evened him out a little. I guess we could throw down some orange. Let me look this up. Sorry. You can be next. We'll do Glaggle. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. This is Glaggle right now. I'm gonna just put these pencils. All right. Oh my gosh. We've started. Yeah, there's a Discord in the bio channel description. I can't remember. Wherever I'm allowed to put a link. YouTube will finally let me start doing links. And yeah, it's mostly like share art and chat with other people who follow. It's there's like maybe 10 people in there. It's building. I can't remember exactly. And I try to post like when I might go live or if I post something in there. But I don't always remember because I'm really, really forgetful and it's hard to do a lot of work. Yeah, Grass Pig gets it. So I'm going to draw a traditional Glaggle, and then I'm going to draw a Glaggle of the, where they, it's like, gosh, what am I trying to say? Okay, traditional Glaggle. Man, all of a sudden I'm hungry. What did I eat? Oh yeah, I just had McDonald's hamburgers and a croissant. That's not enough. I'll have a bagel with cream cheese. I love a good bagel, guys. Yeah, Tay, I can post this on the Discord. That's probably the best way if you wanted like a quality picture of this. Or I can put it up and you can at least take a screenshot. Okay. Here we go. I think it's interesting that Glackle have no arms. They're like Kiwi in that the evolutionary chain left them without four limbs. What like I was trying to think of upper body extremity. Well, I was thinking of upper body extremity. And I was like, that's a dumb word. I should have just said it. Evolutionary has left them without their upper body extremities. Yeah, that sounds fine. What was I on about? Yeah, that's great. Join the server. It's quiet but fun. I like seeing everyone's art. It's actually really great to see everyone's art. And then it's easy for me to like post art that people have requested or um, yeah, that's the thing. Post art that people have requested. Okay. Okay, not too bad, not too shabby. All right, let's give it an erase and see where we end up. I missed a spot. Okay. Oh, it's getting the yellow orange, I think. Just gotta give this a little sharpen. There we go. Make sure it has a flat spot. It does. I wonder if I can color right over the black. No, it kind of makes it look yellow. That's fine. Big empty space now is yellow and a face. What was once a big empty space is now a yellow smiley face. Glaggle. I want to do one with like unusually long legs, like the giraffe of Glaggle. You know, giraffes' legs is the same length as their necks. Like, they also have really long legs. We never talk about that. It's like the Northern Hemisphere thing all over again. What's that song? Is it just Ocean Eyes? I have that song stuck in my head. I keep trying to not sing because I don't want YouTube Daddy to be mad at me. It won't have any effect on me really, except I'm trying to collect valid watch time hours to advance to the next level of YouTubery. And I fear that it won't count if it gets copyright claimed. All right, Glaggle. What's next? What time is it? Okay, it's almost midnight. I should probably... Hang on, wait. Would I do logos? Hell yeah. Not only do I do logos, but like I can give it to you in vector, PDF, SVG, even ESP. Is it ESP or EPS? EPS. You know, the Microsoft one. I did graphic design for like more than a decade, and so I understand logos. Oh, okay. Yeah. Huh. So, gosh, this is a hard one, right? Because you kind of want to go straight forward, but then like, you know, like even just like a pencil or something. This is a very rough sketch. I'm not, right? Like something like that. But then everything's that, right? And so like that's not super helpful. And then, so I would want it to be sort of abstractly this. Bye. Don't forget to refuel. Thanks, Airbus. I mean, not even necessarily this. I was also thinking, again, very rough sketch. You could do something. This is something that I like to do, but I think this is going to be reminiscent of other logos. Whoop. And maybe it'll read as like a painting program. But again, you also don't want to be too literal, right? That's one of the things that they're teaching now is you want to be more abstract right up front. So you want something that like evokes what you want, but isn't like exactly recognizable. Well, I don't know, like you want something like that's what the Porpo recommendation is. Actually, I like this. This came out kind of nice. Hey, Brianna, welcome. Yeah, this, I don't hate this. And if you simplified it, say, to its constituent parts, so, or like as simple as possible, so it can read at really low resolutions. And then, yeah, I mean, well, no shading, not terrible, but I'd want to sit with it. A lot of web companies, right? They incorporate the letter. So you could do something like that too. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, this is what I did for a long time. Hey, A Day in the Life of Levy. I don't know what you said, unfortunately. But welcome. Oh yeah, I'm actually gonna head out. Let me find somebody for you guys to end on. Okay. Let's end on Susie. Susie, this is like a police lineup now. Or a mugshot. Like, you guys know what a mugshot is. I've spent too much time on this already. Yeah, rest and get better, man. Lieutenant Mods. I know can be scary. I ended up, well, I don't want to tell you. I'll tell you after you get out of the hospital. Let's suffice to say that I am well. There we go. He's like a criminal. Okay. Good night, everybody. Check me out tomorrow. I stream almost every day. Bye.